So are you one of those people who gets asked for random specific tools all the time because people just assume that you have them? A couple weeks ago, my manager asked me if I had a bottle opener. Like, that's something that I would carry around with me in my day-to-day life. So naturally, like a week after that happened, I went out and picked up a Kershaw Pub so that I would have a bottle opener. So this is a smaller multi-purpose knife sold by Kershaw. The funny thing is, I only own 2 Kershaw designs. I own this, and I own 2 Kershaw shuffles. This knife doesn't have a lock. I would refer to it as a friction folder, but I've heard other people call it a slip joint due to this little spring and detent there, but it doesn't really hold the blade very well. So I'm not sure legally what this would be considered, but it is a non-locking knife and the blade is well under 3 inches. So I would think that even in most European countries, you would have no problem carrying this knife. Even in the United Kingdom, I don't think you would have any problem carrying this knife, besides maybe in London, because I'm not sure what the laws are in London, but I know a lot of people get stabbed there, and the mayor's kind of crazy, so, you know, look at your laws and everything. As you can see, you can open and close the knife one-handed, which is nice. The model that I have here is the carbon fiber model. They also make a blue anodized aluminum one and a black anodized aluminum one. I went with the carbon fiber because I don't own any knives with carbon fiber, and I thought it looked kind of cool. And it was only like $3 more than the anodized blue one, so I figured I would, you know, pick it up. And it was only like $18 on Amazon, so, you know, it's not a very expensive knife. Of course, since it's not a very expensive knife, it's made in China and features 8CR13 MOV steel, which may bother some of you, but it doesn't bother me. One of my favorite things about this knife, and the reason why I do tend to carry it pretty much every day, is you can clip this right on your belt loop and just let it hang from your belt loop, and it doesn't really look like it's a knife or anything. It just kind of looks like a miscellaneous tool. So I have been carrying this since I bought it, and I've had no problems with people, you know, asking me what that is and everything on your belt. And it's very convenient to have a knife that's not in your pocket, but not on like a belt sheath or something as well, because my pockets tend to get pretty crowded, and most of the time I already have a larger knife in my pocket. So it's nice to have another knife that's smaller and has some multi-function to it. So getting back to the multi-functionality of this knife, it has a bottle opener, which actually works really well. I've used it quite a few times already to open up those Mexican Cokes, because those Mexicans sure do know how to make Coke, because it uses cane sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. But yeah, and then you have a little part here that you can use as a flathead screwdriver. Now, I haven't used that part, but I mean, it looks like it would work fine, and I don't see a reason why it wouldn't work fine. So, you know, it's a nice multi-function knife. So overall, this knife is under $20. You get a nice scale made out of carbon fiber here, and a super usable design with a sheep's foot blade and a bottle opener and screwdriver. This knife is legal pretty much everywhere as far as I can tell, apart from the city of Philadelphia, because they have ridiculous laws and you're not allowed to have anything sharp there. One of these days I might go to Philadelphia with a Ziploc baggie full of arrowheads or just slightly pointy rocks to see how much trouble I can get in. But anyway, this knife for under $20, to have a nice little knife that has multi-function ability and is legal pretty much everywhere, that you can very easily clip on a belt loop and just have hanging there outside of your pocket, not taking up room in your pocket, or perhaps clip it onto your keys to have another knife. I think this knife is a great option for that, and especially for under $20.